Some of these chilies have grown far more than I expected this week. Good afternoon, good evening, good night everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Sunday to you all. It is Sunday the 31st of May and it is day 105 of the chili grow up. It was a bit chilly last night, so they came inside. Tomorrow it's supposed to be absolute storms, downpouring rain non-stop. We need the rain, but we could do without it, to be honest. So today what we're going to do is just check through some of these plants because they've done so well. Some of these taller plants, check the roots out, check how they're doing, and just see if they need a transplant, because tomorrow will be the perfect day to do it, as the storm will be coming. We'll be inside so we can get it all done. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Me, Lucy and Ted have had a lovely time just hanging out, aren't we, girl? Yeah. Little Teddy's going back home tomorrow. I ain't going to miss him, but you know, he's got to go back home at some point. Right, let's have a little check of some of these plants, our tallest plants. Let's get a group together and check them all out. Let's do this. Let's get into day 105. So what I have for you here is 2 tubs of different plants. Most of them are outgrowing their cups. Some of them are showing a lot of concern. So we'll just have a quick check through these individually and I'll show you why I think they either need a transplant immediately, probably tomorrow, or we need to focus on them a lot more, or just cut out a cayenne pepper here for you. And lots of action down the middle of the stem. Lots of new shoots. And decent roots here, look. So I think for the next day or two, needs to go in a bigger pot for the cayenne. So this is my only large orange tie that I've got left in the cup. I've only got one other large orange tie, and that's in a larger pot outside, but nowhere near as tall as this one. Looking really good. Put some fresh soil on them there, and the roots are just flying. I can't let this be in the cup any longer, can I? So tomorrow for sure, transplant time on the large orange tie. This Zebrange is looking wonderful, just wonderful. Leaves are coming along nicely, looking really nice and tall. New shoots coming off the stem, and just a fantastic root system. Next day or two, it can't really wait any longer, can it? On the Zebrange. I have another Zebrange here, looking absolutely awesome. Doing so well. It's got a little bit of support tie with it, but probably doesn't need it, just to keep it straight and narrow. New shoot coming off the side there. Just beautiful. Now the roots are coming along nicely, but they can do a few more days in the cups, I think. That other one I showed you definitely needs a transplant. But this one, by the end of the week for sure, on this Carolina Reaper. Look at those leaves. Lovely dark green. Just like layers upon layers of leaves, isn't it? Now this one at the side here, I think we're going to have to get rid of. Leave for a day or two, but it is the older leaves, so I don't know if they're just turning out, I'm not sure. All these top new ones, just perfect. Oh, and the roots, really good, but can do a couple more days. Can't really wait too much longer, but no problems at all on the Carolina Reaper. Look how good these Habaneros have become. I was so worried about them, I thought both of them weren't going to make it. Let's start with the smaller one here. The leaves are, yeah, just perfect. Lots of new action in the middle there. Still very short. I wish they were a bit taller. Yeah, now we got roots sticking out the bottom on this one. Just fantastic. And let's take a look at our bigger one here. Again, the leaves are just as great. Lots of new stuff happening in the middle of the stem. A lot taller, but I wish it was taller. Really, really nice. The amount of roots on the bottom there, I think it's going to need a transplant tomorrow. Probably going to join that large orange tie for a transplant. But yep, the habaneros are just looking fantastic. So happy with this Buena Mulata. Remember the first one never even barely made it to the cup. The second one is struggling and I don't know if it's going to make it. But just look at this one. Over the last few days, it has at least a quarter more growth. Side shoots, side stems, loads of new leaves. So much going on. Super nice dark green leaves. But purple stem shoots. Very weird. But just look how much is going on there. Really, really nice. Crazy tall. Look at all that. And the roots are phenomenal. Not too much on the bottom, but I think by the end of this week, I just don't think we can have an option. It will outgrow its cup. Mini jungle on the Buena Mulata. So we've got our dream catchers here. Now you know there's 5 of them. Now why am I only showing the 3 to start? Let's show you. These 3 I think are doing fantastic. Really nice. And look at those shoots just starting to pop, look. It's nice to see. I haven't seen it in that stage yet. Little tiny leaves and shoots. Just beautiful. Lots going on in the bottom there. Needs a bit more time on the root development, but I think they're doing great. This one, it's looking more like the Buena Mulata. All those shoots just flying out. I think they're going to be bushy plants. Very bushy plants. I think they could do with probably by the end of the week, but they need to get a bit more roots showing before I transplant them. Don't want to take them too soon. And then this third one, look at those leaves. And like the other 2, lovely stuff going on down the middle there. And with the roots, look at these. I was just saying, wait until there's some significant roots showing. Well, can't be more significant than those 2. And we do have a root sticking out on the bottom. But again, not much filling on the side, so I think we'll give it just a little bit of time on these dream catchers. So we've got the 3 successful dream catchers going on. Now there is 5 of them, so where are the other 2? I don't know what's happened here, but I think it's overwatering. I really hope it is, but here they are. What on earth has happened to these 2? Now, it was super dry on the top. I just put some soil on there just to pack them down, keep them a bit more secure. It does still feel a little bit damp there, so I'm really hoping it is overwatering, but my goodness, in, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. You know, it's a shame this has happened, but I've got to be open and honest with everybody and just show you, you know, not every single one I show you is a success. I'm hoping it bounces back, but let's face it, I think it's toast, isn't it? There is some new stuff going on in the middle, but let's give it a bit of time. But the same issue here is also going on with this one here. So, goodness, I don't know. I think overwatering, maybe. It just from the soil, look, it doesn't seem very dry in the middle. A little bit. It just seems, I don't know. You can see it's drier there, and I put some more soil on the top, so you can see relatively damp. Quite dry there, look. And then the rest I think is still quite damp, so I'm hoping it is an overwatering issue. But yes, quite concerning on these 2 dream catchers when you compare these 2 to these 3. So who knows, we'll just keep an eye on them. No more water for them for a bit. Hopefully they bounce back. If not, we're just going to have to say farewell to them both and focus on these 3 dream catchers instead. I just wanted to show you our original jalapeno that was transplanted. It was transplanted way too soon in my opinion, but I think it's done great now. It's bounced back, it's recovered, the leaves are looking beautiful. Nice strong stem. Get rid of those little seed leaves there, don't need them anymore. Yeah, looking good. A jalapeno. Let's have a little look at our Carolina Reaper that was transplanted into a bigger pot not too long ago. I think just right. Now there is a couple of leaves. Look at these side leaves here. They're a little bit, you see a bit of discoloration around the edges, a little bit light, especially there. So we'll keep a close eye on them, but have a look at the rest of them. Just beautiful. Lots going on down the middle. Nice thick stem. Good strong stem there. Now it's got a support cane, but it's not tied against it now. It's just propped in. I don't even think it's making any use of it. It's doing really, really well. We shall see on the Carolina Reaper. In summary, these 3 are going to get transplanted tomorrow. Whilst that rain's going on, that storm's going on, we're going to change up this Habanero. Looking small, but look at all those roots. The cup is overflowing. Cup overfloweth with roots. It's a good thing. Our one and only Buena Mulata in the cup. So let's get that all sorted out. Wanted to get that done as soon as we can. So those roots are popping, aren't they? They are a little bit too much. Let's get that little creature while there he is on the top there. Little spider, I think. And of course, our large orange tie just keeps going and going and going. Jack in the beanstalk. It's not beans, it's chili peppers. So what am I going on about? Looking lovely. And again, these roots are just, it's just too much there. If anything, those roots are starting to look a little bit, I'd say brown. I hope it's just how it's supposed to be and they're not rotten or anything like that. So yeah, these 3 for sure are going to need a transplant tomorrow. We'll get them all set, get them into bigger pots for the large orange tie, the Buena Mulata, and the Habanero. Let's have a quick check-in on our sea propagators. And as you know, the merch masala, just fantastic. We've taken 3 out. Only 2 seed pods went because there was 2 in one and 1 in the other. And as you can see here, they're looking great though, especially these. Look at the size of them now. It's only been a couple of days since we changed them over. Really, really cool. Now let's have a look at our mystery tray. So there's not much action now, just here. See, it's just a little tiny sprout popping up. And then we also have just there in the middle, tiny little sprout. But here, there's at least 2 popping through. But here's the great news. Look at this one. That's good. Look at that. So this could either be Carolina Reaper, Thai Dragon, Dorset Naga, Ahi Charapita. I really hope it's Ahi Charapitas because they're these like bushy plants. They give off the little berries, little yellow and red berries, like chili berries. They look really, really nice. I think they're Peruvian. A lot of citizens just grow them there and have them in the gardens and just pick them, have them in cooking. So I really want to make sure I've got one of those available. But it could be anything. Who knows what they're going to be. But there we have the merch masalas, looking beautiful. And our mystery tray. So there we have it. The Buena Mulata's there, the Habanero's there, and of course our large orange tie. All ready for the transplant tomorrow. They're all set and ready. I know exactly where they are. All ready to rock. The rest are looking great. Huh? I see no issues. These 2 are still a little bit suspect. We say there's our merch masalas. Lovely. Yeah, everything else doing just great. So let's wrap up day 105. I want to thank you all for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Means the world to Lucy and I, doesn't it? There you go. Yeah. thank you all so much. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. You take care of yourselves, okay? Make sure you look after me, myself and I, because no one's going to throw you a lifeline if you're drowning. Thank you all once again. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. See you Monday for day 106. Thank you. Bye-bye.